Today you're gonna learn how to recreate the brass tab from Nora En Pure's track Us, and it sounds like this. This is the original. And this is the recreation. This bass has a lot of variations, so this tutorial is going to be split in two sections. We're going to do the sound design of it, and we're going to show also how you can make your basses a little bit more dynamic and a little bit more fluid, so they don't sound as boring, they don't sound as static as well. And let's get down to the tutorial, and let's get started here with Serum. We're going to initialize Serum, and we're going to start here with -2 over here in the octave. And this is essentially what we're playing today. And we can see that in the second 8 bar, we have this variation also. And essentially that's it. But let's get back here to Serum. We're going to start Serum by doing -2. And you can see how it adds a lot of sub over here. We don't want this sub, so we're going to go here in the wavetable editor, remove the fundamental. And you can see that we got rid of that sub now. So now that we got rid of the sub, we're going to activate the sub. We're going to put the octaves to -2, and the level is going to remain as it is. We're going to use a sine wave, and we're going to put it to direct out. Now we're going to make this a little bit wider because it needs to be a little bit more, it needs to be bigger. And we don't want this main layer to be on top. We want the detune to be really big and everything, but we don't want it to be that wide. So if you want to make it a little bit less wide, you just go here in the global and you take the width a little bit down. You can see that how wide it was and how wide it is now. Nice. And essentially that's it with the oscillator. We're gonna go now in the filters and in the envelope. So we also have to do one little thing over here. We're gonna pick here the portamento, because we wanted to do this. Now filter, we're gonna activate the filter, MG low 24. We're gonna choose over here the cutoff at 57. And we're barely gonna listen to anything. And essentially that's because the filter is so low that we now have to modulate the sound. So in the envelope 2, we're gonna go here, sustain all the way down, decay a little bit higher, and we're gonna pick this handle also and put it right above this line, and we're gonna modulate this over here at 31. You can see that it's really low, right? And we're gonna also do another thing. This is already something that can make your sound a little bit different. We're gonna add the velocity over here also in the cutoff, and this is gonna go also. So essentially, whenever you see the hits of the notes over here, the notes that are hitting less intense, they're gonna sound less intense in the cutoff. You can see that the second note is less intense than the other ones. Now, in addition to that, we're gonna also come here and put the drive a little bit higher. Gonna bring that body to the sound, and the resonance is gonna stay as it is. The other thing that we're gonna do to make this sound a little bit more different, we're gonna pick this envelope and add it to the detune over here. So as the sound plays, it's gonna detune the sound even more. You can see that the initial hit is really detuned, then it goes back to the normal. Now we don't want this to be modulated by itself, we want this to be modulated by the velocity, meaning whenever the velocity is higher, we have a higher detune. Whenever the velocity is lower, we have a smaller detune. So we're gonna go here in the matrix and pick this velocity and put it over here in the detune. So you can see that if we put the note over here all the way down, not only it's gonna be smaller, but it also is gonna be less detuned as well. Now, essentially, we've done everything that we needed to do here in the effects sections. And if you're liking the video, hit the like button. If you're loving it, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future videos from Abstrakt Music Lab. And if you want to support it, you can get us a coffee available here in the description, or you can get our preset packs available here in the description and in the top right corner, or the preset packs that we've done for Production Music Live and also for freshly squeezed samples. But let me know here in the comments below, let me know which kind of sounds do you want me to recreate next. If you want me to create brass tabs, if you want me to recreate leads, and what kind of genre as well, leave it here in the comment sections below. Continue with this tutorial, we're gonna go here into the effects section. We're gonna start with the distortion. This is gonna enhance the body, a little bit of the sound. But actually, we're gonna start here with the filter because this is actually going to modulate how everything sounds. So we're gonna here start with the filter. We're gonna choose MG Low 18. This is going to go here around 34. Again, you're barely gonna listen to something. And we're gonna pick this here and put it back to 36. But we need something else, and you're gonna be able to see this over here. We have a bunch of modulation that we're gonna have to do over here in this sound, as you can see it over here. And specifically the one that we're gonna do first is this one over here, the modulation of macro number 3. So in macro number 3, we're gonna put this over here in the frequency, and we're gonna put it to 34. You can see that the sound already comes up a little bit. And in addition to that, we're also gonna make this an auxiliary source for the envelope 2 over here and the envelope 2 over here. Meaning, whenever this is fully open, I'm gonna fully use the envelope 2. Whenever this is fully closed, I'm not gonna use the envelope 2 as well. And this happens because if you listen to the original sound, the first sound has a lot of attack, and the second sound and the third sound don't have that much attack. So if you listen over here, the macro is controlling the attack and the high end of the sound. So this note and this note don't have as much attack as the first one over here. You can see that the first note has a lot more attack than the second note and the third note. So let's keep on going over here and let's continue with the sound. We're gonna go here back to the effects section. And in the effects section, we're gonna go back to the distortion. We're gonna add this. You can see that this adds body to the sound. Now we're gonna go and add a little bit of mids to the sound. We have to boost and use both bell curves over here. This one is gonna go around something like this, and this one around something like this. And both of them are gonna boost a little bit of the low end. So if you put it over here, and this one is gonna go a little bit higher and a little bit more wide. You can see that without it, we didn't have that much body in the sound, but with it, we have a lot more body in the sound. Now, reverb, we're gonna put the spin and the spin depth all the way down. The high cut is gonna go a little bit higher because we don't want that much high end on the reverb. And the low cut also a little bit higher as well because we don't want low end on the reverb as well. The decay is going to go somewhere like here, and the mix a little bit higher. You can see how the sound becomes wider and fuller and everything. And lastly, to avoid the sounds becoming too loud when the envelope goes up, so bow, bow, we're gonna add a compressor. So it's gonna tame a little bit of those peaks. Listen to how it sounds over here. But we're gonna do a little bit of a boost over here. And we're also gonna do a little bit of a boost here in the master. But what about the variations that I talked to you about? Well, you've already seen one variation, which is this variation with the macro number 3 and adding all the velocities and everything over here to control how dynamic the sound is. The other thing that we're gonna have to do is something that they do over here in this part over here. The sound opens a lot. And we're gonna do this with macro number 1 over here. So in macro number 1, we're gonna pick this over here. We're gonna put this around this over here. Then we're gonna also boost it over here in the volume. So essentially, we're gonna make the sound become a little bit higher and also a little bit louder. And in addition to this, we're gonna open the cutoff a little bit as well. Something like this to this one, and also something in the first filter. And you can see the shape over here. Perfect. Now the last thing we're gonna have to do in this last note, if you notice, the sound is really like it doesn't have an attack at all. And one thing that we can do to get rid of this attack is actually, we're gonna go here in the envelope 3. We're gonna pick this sound, put it all the way down to somewhere like this. There you go. We're gonna increase the hold a little bit, somewhere like this as well. And essentially we're gonna come here, envelope 3, master tune, but instead of creating the pluck as we always do by increasing this, we're gonna decrease the pluck by decreasing this and putting it like this. You can see that it takes a little bit of the attack if you listen without and with. It does the opposite as you've probably seen in this video over here, where it opens the attack. Now we're gonna take a little bit down of the attack. But we don't want this for every note. We want this for just a few notes. And we're gonna add this with a macro number 2 over here. So this is only gonna be active when the macro 2 is active. And as you can see it over there, it's only active for this note over here. So we have a lot of attack in the sound. And how can you add variation to the sound? As I mentioned before, well, we can add variation by doing a lot of automation in your sound, by doing a lot of changes in your sound, as you've seen over here, by not making it static in the cutoff, essentially not making the sound hit the same way all the time for every single note. This way you create variation, and by doing variation, it feels a little bit more natural, doesn't feel as programmed, doesn't feel as computerized, and it feels a little bit more human. But let's listen to the result again. But I hope you liked this video, and if you liked it, hit the like button. If you loved it, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future videos from Abstrakt Music Lab. And I hope to see you soon in the next Abstrakt video, possibly next year in 2023. And thank you so much for staying with us in 2022. I really appreciate everything, and I see you in the next Abstrakt video. Ciao.